What's up, everybody? We're back with another episode of the Lifestyle Sports Podcast. It's AI from the 210. So sadly, the Cowboys didn't play this week. You know what I'm saying? So we'll go ahead and get into our NFL power rankings. But I do got to show love to the Houston Astros on winning the World Series. You know what I'm saying? Another championship brought back to the great state of Texas. You know what I'm saying? I think we know at this point that Texas, we can prosper at anything, any sport y'all want to play. Texas going to go hard. Any team in Texas. So I just want to let y'all know, you know what I'm saying? Well, shout out to the Astros, though. But, you know what I'm saying? Ladies and gentlemen, we ball hard in Texas. You know what I'm saying? So let's go ahead and get to the NFL power ranking. Number 5, I got to go with the Kansas City Chiefs. You know what I'm saying? The Kansas City Chiefs, they're 6-2. They just won a very close game against the Titans, who are a pretty good team in the AFC. You know what I'm saying? So Mahomes, we know Mahomes is one of the great young quarterbacks. He's still balling, still going off. You know what I'm saying? He's an elite quarterback, and the Chiefs got an elite team. You know what I'm saying? The Chiefs are still one of the best teams in the NFL. So with that being said, I feel like the Chiefs will be one of them teams around come playoff time that might represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. They're going to be one of them final teams. So shout out to the Chiefs. I got them number 5. And number 4, I got to go with the Buffalo Bills. You know what I'm saying? The Buffalo Bills are 6-2 at this point in the season. They did just take a L to the New York Jets, but the Jets have been balling this season. You know what I'm saying? That's not a disrespectful loss or nothing like that. So, you know what I'm saying? The Bills are cold. They're definitely one of the better teams in the NFL and one of the best teams in the AFC. The whole AFC better watch out for them Bills. And having them on notice the whole season. You know what I'm saying? I've been having them on notice since the beginning of the season. Josh Allen only getting better. You know what I'm saying? And they got a whole complete team. And them along with Kansas City and some other teams, you know what I'm saying? They're in the running to represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. So we got to see who's going to end up going to that bowl. But I do think the Bills definitely have a shot, and they're one of the best teams, and they have an MVP candidate. So shout out to the Bills, and I got them number 4. And number 3, I got to go with the Dallas Cowboys. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the Dallas Cowboys. We had a bye week. We're 6-2 on the season. We just had a bye week, so we get more time to rest. Dak gets more time to get more healthy. You know what I'm saying? And of course, that's time for Zeke Elliott to continue his recovery. So the Dallas Cowboys is looking good for us. You know what I'm saying? We one of the best teams in the whole NFL. You know what I'm saying? I remember week 1, everybody was laughing at us and they thought it was over with. But look where we at now. We one of the best teams in the NFL. Of course, I always got love for Cooper Rush, what he did. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Cooper Rush. And Tony Pollard has emerged. You know what I'm saying? Tony Pollard might... I can't disrespect Zeke Elliott like that, but Tony Pollard might need to start. You know what I'm saying? But it's good the way we got it going. It's a good system. So like I said before, this is a magical season for the Dallas Cowboys. I'm excited. This is one of my favorite seasons thus far. You know what I'm saying? So I do think the Dallas Cowboys have a great opportunity to maybe hit the Super Bowl this year. Would I be wrong to say that the Dallas Cowboys might hit the Super Bowl? So, you know what I'm saying? This is a great season for the Cowboys, and I got the Cowboys number 3. And number 2, I got to go with the Minnesota Vikings. You know what I'm saying? They're 7-1. The Minnesota Vikings are 7-1. They got the second best record in the whole NFL. You know what I'm saying? And we can't sleep on the Vikings. I would have never guessed they would have been this cold, like starting off. Like, who would have thought the Vikings would have just been balling like this? You know what I'm saying? But I guess the Vikings are like that, for real. So shout out Kirk Cousins, you know what I'm saying? Shout out Kirk Cousins. Shout out Adam Thielen, you know what I'm saying? And of course, shout out Justin Jefferson. So the Vikings, they do got a little team over there. They do got a little squad. And we're going to see how long they can keep this up. But it's looking good so far. Shout out to the Vikings. I got them number 2. And number 1, last but not least, I got to go with the Philadelphia Eagles. Of course, I got to go with the Philadelphia Eagles, the last undefeated team in the NFL, 8-0, going off on everybody. I guess the Eagles are like that. I didn't know it was gonna be like this at the beginning of the season. I would have never guessed the Eagles just be going off on everybody like that. But it's looking good. Week after week, the Eagles been going off on everybody. You know what I'm saying? So I'm still waiting on the Dallas game though. The Eagles might go off on everybody until they play Dallas. That's marked on the schedule. You know what I'm saying? That one gonna be lit. And we all know Dallas is coming away with the victory. I'm sorry, Philly fans. I'm sorry, Philly. I know I got love for y'all in Philly. But at the same time, when it comes to this game, I just feel like Dallas is going to get this dub. You know what I'm saying? And it might be a big win. I'm saying at least 2 TDs dub because we got to make a statement. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to be by at least 2 TDs when we play y'all. You know what I'm saying? But the Eagles is going off. The Eagles, they're a great team. Shout out to the whole Philly. I know y'all turned right now. Y'all got a phenomenal squad. Shout out Jalen Hurts. He's my MVP pick right now if the season ended. You know what I'm saying? So Philly going off. We're going to see how long this streak going to last. Y'all balling. Y'all doing y'all thing. Salute. And I got the Philadelphia Eagles, #1. And these are my NFL power rankings. Of course, we got to get into the NBA headlines. Week 3. So after week 3, when we take a look at the NBA, the Lakers and the Warriors are at the bottom of the Western Conference. How did this happen? Like, who would have thought? You know what I'm saying? I don't think nobody would have predicted the Lakers and the Warriors would have one of the worst records in the West, especially the Warriors. Like, the Warriors got a whole complete team. They been hooping for years now. So it's crazy to see. But it's just the beginning of the season, and we all know in the NBA it's a lot of games, and it's really all about getting your routine and getting everything together come playoff time. So it's the beginning of the season. We're not even at all-star break, so I know this not going to last. But it is crazy to see that the Lakers and the Warriors is going through this at this moment. But both teams will get it together, and I expect both teams to compete for a championship come playoff time. When we look at the Eastern Conference, we see the Bucks are the last undefeated team left in the NBA. The Bucks can hoop. The Bucks been balling. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Giannis. And of course, the Cavs, the Celtics, and the Hawks are hooping in the East. I feel like that's the top tier teams over there in the East going off. You know what I'm saying? I didn't expect Cleveland to be this good. The Cavs hooping. They only lost 1 game on the season. So they got a nice little team over there. Should LeBron James make at least one more return back to Cleveland? Should he come home one more time for a championship run? Nah, I'm just saying though. You know what I'm saying? The Cavs hooping. But shout out to the Eastern Conference. You know what I'm saying? Y'all looking good. Y'all got a few teams over there that's hooping. When we look at the Western Conference, we see the Suns, the Grizzlies, and the Jazz are hooping in the West. You know what I'm saying? Them the top teams over there going off. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Luka. Dallas been doing decent, but it's really Luka going in. He set records. He got a 30-point scoring streak. You know what I'm saying? So Luka cannot be stopped right now. They have no answer for Luka, the great Luka. You know what I'm saying? So he going in. I feel like, as I said at the start of the season, I believe the MVP is going to go to Luka or it's going to go to Ja Morant. I feel like whichever one of them teams got the better record when the season ends will get the MVP. But both of these guys are legends and they're balling. So, you know what I'm saying? Those are my MVP picks. And the West is looking good, though. It's a few teams that might can make a splash. It's looking competitive. So these are the NBA headlines after week 3. I'm loving the NBA season. I cannot wait. I just want to thank everybody for tuning in. This is another episode of the Lifestyle Sports Podcast. It's AI from the 210. Don't forget to comment, subscribe, like, follow on IG at the Lifestyle Sports Podcast, at Allen Iverson, ALAN Iverson. Till next time.